Good job. All right. I'm just gonna get started. Hopefully people just start coming in. I'm still waking up. So I didn't think I was ever gonna have to do this and talk about it. What I went through with her really traumatized me, right? And it wasn't just only when she pulled the pew pew on me. So I was in a DV. I was in a DV, it was a year or two ago. Yeah, because my best friend passed away last year. And so I was still dealing with the court cases. So I left a DV. She called me. I met her in my hometown. Hold on. Let me talk. I don't know what you're saying. Hold on. I met her in my hometown. And I was working with her at a hospital. She was a nurse. I was a CNA. And I was going through a DV at the time. She got me out of the DV and told me to come live with her in Texas. So I decided to do that. I decided to get away from my DV, leave my apartment, everything. And I did that. And I went to live with her. I had to leave my car because my car was not working. There was something wrong with my car. So I had to leave it to get it fixed. So I got a flight out there. No, I got a bus out there. It was a bus. So I took a bus down to Texas and I stayed with her. Within the first week, I got a job. I worked at a nursing home and I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Everything was good. But what she fails to mention is that I was drinking. I was drinking when I was living with her. You know what she told me? I'm not an addict. I'm not an addict and I'm not an alcoholic. So she convinced me that I wasn't an alcoholic. And again, it's my fault, right? No one should be able to convince me that I'm not an alcoholic, right? So I continued to drink. She says that I wasn't drinking. Girl, do I need to get Jay in here? Because Jay was on the Discord calls every night with me. When I was at your house, when I was drunk. Almost every night. Should we talk about that? No, okay. I can get Jay in here and she'll tell you. But, so anyways, so it was just we were going to bars on the weekends. She would take me to Smex clubs. She would, literally take me to every bar, right? She would tell me that my best friend Caitlin was talking shit about me when she never was. I had a friend pass away. Her name is Alexis, and she passed away a year before I moved in with her. And I was kind of still going through that. And she was saying that Caitlin was talking shit about my friend that passed away. And if you guys know me, I'm very head on if people are talking shit about my loved ones that have passed away. I get very overworked about it. I get it. You know what I mean? Something I'm working on, right? So I was okay, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What is going on? So my best friend brought my car down from Texas. I was going to confront her when I seen her in person. Hey, why are you doing this? So she brings my car down and I was working at Cracker Barrel and I was a server. And I was hey, I gotta go do this shift. I'll see you tonight. I didn't confront her then. And then I was I didn't really want to confront her. And then I was I got home and I was hey, Caitlin, do you want to go out to the bar? Let's go to the bar, we got super drunk. I keep tapping the screen, y'all. I kept drinking shots after shot after shot. It was nice to see her. We had fun. But what happened when I got drunk was I confronted her. And we started screaming at each other. And she's like, I didn't do this. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. But then my emotions were like, no, you did do this. Why the fuck are you lying to me? Why would Val lie to me? So we called Val. Val's sober as fuck, right? Screaming at me, cussing me clean the fuck out, telling me that she's going to unalive me. And I literally, and I'm not proud of this, me and Caitlin had to work through this. I told Caitlin to get the fuck out of my car. I got in my car, I was drunk as fuck, drove all the way to my sister's house. I'm not proud of it. Went to my sister's house, sobered up for the night. Caitlin did get home because Val got her Uber home from the bar. So I sobered up the next day, or sobered up until the next day. 9 a.m. hits around, and I text Valerie's daughter, and I'm like, hey, I'm on my way to the house. I'm gonna get my stuff. Like, no, this was not recent. I'm gonna get my stuff, and I'm gonna leave. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is just not it. Like, obviously this is not working out. Like, I'm just gonna get my stuff. So I get to the house, and I ring the doorbell, and I'm looking, and there's bags on the side of the patio, and she put my stuff in bags, right? So I was picking up the bags, and then I'm looking inside the bags, and like half of my stuff's not in there. So I ring the doorbell, and I'm like, where's my stuff? This isn't my stuff. And she said, that is your stuff. I said, no, I'm literally missing my Xbox. I'm missing my skateboard. Like, I'm missing a whole bunch of my clothes. You're not giving me my shit. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You're not going to give me my stuff. I'm just going to call for a police escort because I was living here. So I got on the phone with the police. She gets on the phone with the police and pulls a gun in my face. She pulls a pew-pew in my face and tells me to get the fuck off her property. Well, I'm on the phone with 911. And I black out. Nothing. I didn't do anything. There was camera footage. I didn't do anything to her. I started screaming at her. I'm on the phone with dispatch, so the call's completely recorded. I black out because you have a gun in my face. And I literally told her to shoot me. Like, I'm not even playing tap the screen, y'all. I told her to pew-pew me in the video. That's how crazy that situation was when I blacked out. And then the officers, I remember the officers telling me, get in the car and back up. Like, get in the car and back up. The officers are on the way. The officers are on the way to the house. Okay? So the officers show up. And they think that I trespassed. So they get me for trespassing, right? And I'm like, this is not what's happening. Like, I was living here, and he was like, you need to sign this paperwork, and you need to promise that you're not going to be on this property ever again. I said, not a big deal. Like, I just need to get my stuff. And I'm like, and then this is the point where they're like, the officers were being really mean to me. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, so they finally let me get my stuff. And then they walked me in the house, let me get some of my stuff. Accidentally left some of my stuff behind because it was just like a traumatic experience. Like, so they let me get my stuff. They bring me back out. They bring me to my car. I literally was shaking so bad about everything that was going on. I get my car. I got the paperwork. I told them I want to press charges, right? I said, this is not right. Like, I didn't do anything to deserve this. And literally, so I drive away. I'm still kind of like blacked out. I'm kind of in that, like just going through it, right? Because you just pulled a pew-pew on me. I've never had a pew-pew pulled on me. Like, I thought I was going to unalive, right? Crashed my car into a curb. Ambulance came and got me and took me to the hospital. Ended up in a psych ward for 2 weeks. Got out, went to my sister's home, stayed there for a while. And with that time, I got a job and I was saving up to go to sober living so I could stay sober, right? During that time, I get a call. The detective wants me to come in, do a statement. I did a statement. I was completely honest, like the statement that I'm giving you right now, like, it was, long story short, literally, there was a camera in the window that I noticed before I left that Valerie, when the cops got there, she took it out of the window, right? She took the camera out of the window and she was like, the only camera we have is the doorbell. That's a lie. We had a camera in the laundry room that pointed out everything. She hid that camera. But you know what they did? They retrieved that information. And they seen what she did to me. She's called my friends, said that I pulled a pew-pew on her, that I tried to hurt her, that I tried to hit her. She said I did the most to this woman. I don't believe in pew-pews. Why would I have a pew-pew? She said I tried to pull a pew-pew out of my car. I don't have a pew-pew. She would call my family. She would call my friends. She admitted it last night. She was calling my friends. The law found her and charged her. They literally said, you can't drop these charges anymore because the state of Texas picked it up because they have enough evidence that you were not in the wrong. How are you going to sit there, Mallory, and victim blame something that you don't know anything about? You don't know my story. You know bits and pieces of it. You don't know what that did to me. You don't know what she continued to do to me before she got the PO, right? She was threatening to call CPS on my sister. She was calling my friends' jobs and getting them fired. She was calling the sober livings. Mind you, Caitlin told me this because Caitlin was with her at the time, right? Because Caitlin was still in town. She was trying to call all of the sober livings that I was living at and try to get me evicted because I'm not an addict. Because I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just using them for a place to stay. She wanted me to go homeless. Doesn't your family say the same things, that you're unstable? That I have bipolar. That's literally it. I'm not unstable. People are afraid of you. That's not how it is. No. Who are you? Come up in a box. Tell me how you feel. Because I'm not going to sit here. There's no one's afraid of me. I've never hurt anybody. You're going to sit here while I tell you my story of what I told to the police and what they found, that I was not guilty. You're going to tell me that the court of laws were wrong, that the state of Texas, the prosecutor herself was wrong. Girl, you're tripping. You are tripping. Cole, not at the moment. So, and then the fact to have Mallory, you allowed that on your platform. Thank you for doing that, though. Thank you, because I do have a PO against her. Because the state of Texas gave me one. Not that I asked for one. The state of Texas gave me one. Because little did you know, what was she doing when my best friend passed away? She was laughing at every single post. She was laughing at them. I have the screenshots of that, too. Of everything. She texts all my roommates. She texts Caitlin constantly. I have all the screenshots of her and Caitlin's conversations. I have everything. Where's Michael at? What's he doing? Why is he posting this? Where is he at? Where is he moving to? You want to say that I'm stalking you? Girl, I didn't even know when you were in Oklahoma. I didn't even know that. I didn't even care. I thought this was done. I thought we were moving forward. And then to find out that you are trying to tell your story, you tried. You tried. But you failed. Because you're not going to hurt me. You're not going to come on the internet. And you're not going to take my safe place and sit here and try to attack me when we have a PO. You're obviously, Katie, I'm not trying to hurt my case. I'm also going to let you know, you trying to help Dalton with everything I went through with him, that's not going to work out for you either. You don't know who I'm in contact with. But I'm just saying, you kind of fucked yourself.
Blue, for Katie down here, can you just show the mugshot real fast of what this woman looked like when she got arrested?
You have it?
Yeah, I have it. Does this look like a sane woman to you? Just wondering. I've heard this story multiple times. It has never changed. I've heard this story not even from Blue. I've heard this story from Blue's friend Jay. You can't judge by that picture. She's beautiful. Okay, y'all are weird.
That was weird.
Yeah, you're weird.
You could have unalived me. And this is all public record. This is public. You can search her since she came on the platform and says all of this.
She did it to herself.
Yep.
I don't know who you are laughing, but you're getting blocked because you're probably one of those weirdos. And don't you guys think it's a little weird? Hold on. That Valerie started following me yesterday before she went live. You guys don't find that a little weird that she started following me?
My best friend.
You guys don't think that's weird in any way?
She wasn't convicted, though. The reason why she was not convicted, I'm not even going to go in detail. I dropped the charges. I literally said, can we make a deal? Because I do not want to see her go to prison or have these charges. It was like a year's process. And I literally said, and Katie got mad at me for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally said, I want a 2-year PO and have her have 2 years of anger management. If she does not complete the 2 years, I may be wrong. The prosecutor was trying to call me, and I've been dealing with all of this shit.
I've seen the emails, Katie. Like, you guys are so quick to believe anything that comes out of these people's mouths. Like, Mallory, of all people, you're a weirdo for that to begin with. That woman has done horrible things to people, and not just Blue. So,
You know what else this woman has said? She was there when somebody literally took pictures of me naked in a bathtub while I was drunk. And then when I went to try to unalive myself because of the situation, because those photos went around everywhere, this was before she pulled the pew-pew on me. And she literally was there when I tried to unalive myself and took me to the hospital and then goes and tells people that I faked it. Just like I faked my abuse. Just like I faked everything. I faked, this is not my family. You don't know what this woman has done to me and continues to do to me. I didn't bring it to the internet for a reason, but she brought it to the internet.
TikTok FBI patrol probably does from some other lives that I may have been in regarding other stuff on this app. But like, y'all got to stop and think. Not everything. Y'all only see bits and pieces of what goes on in this app. Y'all don't see stuff that actually happens off this app and how people take things off.
Hey, block yourself. The fuck?
I mean, people take this stuff off the app, and yeah, all you have to do to block you is like you can block any creator that you don't want to watch.
Katie, you can absolutely go block yourself and go back to your leader, truly, because you came here, you're not even listening, and you're going to be rude. Like, this is somebody's story, and you want to believe this woman who literally got charged. Here's the charge. Yet again, here we are again.
The state of Texas, mind you. The state of Texas, not me. The state of Texas.
And also, like, a lot of states will, they'll pick the case up, whether a victim wants the case. Like, say if it were me and I decided, no, I'm tired of dealing with it. I don't want to do anything.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Screw it. I'm done. This is like, I am mentally drained. I do not want to do this anymore because I've been in situations like that because I am a DVSA survivor warrior, been through hell and back multiple times over. I also have a law enforcement background, and I have worked in corrections. I've worked in prison systems and on men's prison system before. But I've been in situations personally where I've had to fight cases for myself and my children that are now grown, where I was like, you know what? This is taking up so much time. I am mentally drained. I have got other things going on in my life that I need to heal from and I need to take care of. I'm done. And the state's like, no, we're taking this over. Like, something has to be done. And the state will pick it up and go on with it. And people don't realize that. People do not realize that. And when that happens, you can, even though you can Google it, the internet's your friend. It is public record.
And the reason why she got charged was because, one, I was living with her, and two, that I didn't try to hurt her. Because if I tried to hurt her and she was pulling a pew-pew on me, then she would have been in the right? She would have been in the right.
Exactly. But, like, y'all don't get up here and discredit anybody, number one. Because y'all do not.
Like, she's not even supposed to be watching me.
Yeah.
She's been watching me this entire fucking time.
Someone just said that she said she was in a hiding. I didn't watch anything regarding her. I couldn't stomach it. So I didn't hear her say that, but I don't know why she'd be in hiding, and let alone why she'd come out and speak when she's not allowed to.
Yeah. She literally incriminated herself so many times. She's like, I contacted his girlfriends, like, I contacted all of them to let them know what kind of person he is. She did. Thank you for incriminating yourself, because you did. You contacted everybody. You took my Apple Watch, got all my fucking information out of the Apple Watch, right, that I left behind, and you started contacting all my friends. You started calling them. The person that did this to me, you called every single person, and Jay was one of them. You told Jay that I had a pew-pew in my car. What?
They're allowed to talk about it because it involved them. It involved their mental well-being, their peace.
And you brought it to the internet. I didn't bring it to the internet.
Exactly. It was already brought to the internet, so they're allowed to get up here and speak their piece on it. And again, it's public record, so.
And then she said that this is my favorite part. She said I yelled at her autistic son. That never fucking happened. I was so fucking nice to that kid. I was so nice. And I would never, ever in a million years yell at a kid. Never, ever. And she sat there and said that she had to step in between us. What?
And I am gonna add this, like, I'm very observant, and I do what people say, like, stroll the streets of TikTok and watch and observe, and everything that's gone on with Blue, like all the multiple lives that I've seen of bashing and trying to discredit and dragging Blue through the mud, and all the victim shaming and trying to make Blue feel like it's his fault and feelings don't matter, this, that, and all the other. I have sat and literally watched and witnessed it from the very, very beginning. And I waited and I waited and I waited before I ever reached out to Blue. And then I reached out to Blue and I was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I got your back. When you're ready to talk, I'm ready to listen and I'll be here for you. I've watched it all. I'm here. Am I correct, or is that not what happened, Blue?
Yep.
But I waited to let you know, hey, I've been watching, I've been observing, and I know what's going on. When you need me, I'm here. And then I open up my app today and this is what I scroll into, and I'm like, nope, I'm going into this live to let him, to follow up on that. Put me in a box. I'll sit here because.
Right. And the fact that Mallory let the person that did this to me in her box and then victim shame me, but then she gets mad when people talk about her essay. Bitch, I'm going to say that. I don't give a fuck no more. You literally put the person in the box and then victim shame me, and then you want to cry when people victim shame you? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you can't do that. That's not cool. That is... No, and that's the thing is, and people wonder why the stigma is the way that it is, and it's so taboo to talk about it, and people don't understand it. When it comes to DVSA, everybody is so quick to, oh, it only happens to females and it don't happen to males. It don't happen. No, it doesn't discriminate. Male, female, children, all of the above. It happens to everybody. Everybody their feelings are valid. And I advocate for all of it, period. Because at the end of the day, nobody is in anybody's heads. Nobody knows what anybody else is feeling, what they are going through. Unless you have walked in those shoes, you don't even have an inkling of an idea. And even still, I'm a survivor and a warrior. So yes, I do have an idea of what it's like.
I don't know if this has been addressed, but Scooby-Doo crew, comment on your real account, babe, and then we can talk.
Yeah.
But even though I am a survivor and I am a warrior, so I have an idea of what it takes and what it is like to survive that. There is no cookie cutter there's no cookie cutter situation on that. Everybody's experience in any of that is different. But the one thing that any of us that have survived that, the only commonality is we have all suffered a trauma, and we can relate because we have that trauma. We know the hurt. We know the pain. We know the struggle. And we can be there for each other, and we can understand, and we can, help pick each other up because we know the feelings are real.
I just wanted to say too is that I wanted to touch bases is like when I mentioned like she went to the extreme of calling sober livings and saying that I'm not a fucking addict. I'm not in recovery. I go to NA when I'm getting tough times. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, addiction is addiction, period. Period.
And she literally was saying like, that I use sober livings when I don't have a place to stay. I've only lived at one sober living. I lived at one sober living and I was there and it was actually really nice. Like it was really nice that I was living there because it actually helped me. But you know what threw me off the rockers when my best friend died, right? My best friend unalived. And I went back to my hometown because I didn't know how grief really fucks me up. And I got back in my active addiction. I was drinking every night. Like, for her to sit here, and then Mallory allowed that, for her to sit here and say, oh, he's not an addict. He's not this. He's a liar. He does what? You can never tell somebody that they're not an addict. That is so fucking wrong. And you allowed that on your platform, Mallory. You allowed that behavior.
No, addiction is addiction, no matter what it is. Because, like, addiction is addiction, period. Because, like, nobody can... That's why there's so many different support groups for it. That's why there's so many different programs for it, no matter what it is. And
right.
grief is grief. I lost my best friend in the whole wide world. She was like a baby sister to me. And she was on, she had a lot of health problems and had knee problems. So, she was on doctor prescribed stuff, but she also came down with, the flu and pneumonia. I saw her literally the night before and then got the call the next morning that she went to bed that night and never woke up.
Yep.
Been 14 years ago. I still have my waves of grief. I still, which, I mean, I'm not an addict, but I have family members that are with alcohol. My mother, for one, taking prescriptions. Yes, I had to save my mother's life because she mixed her prescribed medication with alcohol because she was hurting over some past stuff from growing up. And her and my father got into a disagreement. And I had to, my dad called me and he was freaking out, and I've been halfway through nursing school, and he called me and he was like, I need you and I need you now. Explain the situation. Thank God I only live less than 10 minutes from them. And, I made it there within 3 because I do have the experience. Fire, rescue, first responder, all that. So I was able to get over there, do what I needed to do to get to do what I needed to do.
Right.
And, both of my parents, I've actually had to have them go through treatment programs. So I know firsthand what that's like. I know firsthand what it's like for me to cry watching family members go through it, friends go through it, and
right.
Me having to do everything in my power to be strong and be supportive and encouraging to help them. And I grew up a preacher's child. I grew up in the church, so I also have the religious trauma as well, because, so...
I just,
you know.
I appreciate your kind words. I just want to get back on topic too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But like, no, nobody discredit it. And if you need help, we will get you help. There are resources. Never, ever let anybody discredit you.
Right. Katie, is there anything that you want to say about this situation?
I don't want to get nannered again.
Well, don't say anything bad. I just did I miss anything that she said? Like,
I couldn't watch it, Blue. That shit made me so sick.
People are telling me what she says. Like, I can't watch it either. Like, I was on the phone with Smash last night. I was on the phone with Kendra, and I was just literally bawling. Like, I was just like, this is just not okay.
Hey, everybody in the comment section down there, I need to see some hearts and some likes going up and all that good stuff. Please.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Blue, she said that you hacked her TikTok.
Oh yeah, I have the screenshots of that because she wants to say that Caitlyn is on her side. Bro, literally, I don't know what to believe because Caitlyn sent me everything. Caitlyn sent me everything, and she's like, she said that you hacked her TikTok, and I was like, bitch, what? What?
Let me tell you right now, if anybody's hacking anybody's TikTok, it wouldn't have been Valerie's.
Right. I was like, so I got the screenshots of what she's talking about. Someone took her, information, and there was
she said that her TikTok was hacked and her credit card information was stolen. I don't even know how you can get someone's credit card information from their TikTok.
And she was trying to say that I stole that information. Like, what? Bitch, you think bitch, would I be going through what I'm going through if I took your fucking money? Can you prove that was me?
That's a really good point, because why would you need help from people if you were taking her credit card, like her information?
Like, Mallory, be so fucking for real. You allowed that on your platform and you just called me a fucking scammer. Like, I'd be so fucking for real. Like, I seen the screenshots myself and I was looking through them, and it's like, so her TikTok shop has like multiple like people, random people's names, and then like they were like using her information. I don't know what she does. I don't know what she did, but little did you know, Mallory, that woman's a scammer too. She makes fake purses. Sorry.
She makes fake purses?
Oh yeah, she makes fake Coach purses, Michael Kors, everything.
Val, hit me up. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
What? Okay, anybody that's interested in anything real, yeah, let's not do that. Message me. I got a friend that is like actually works for those companies. That's a wholesaler for those real things.
Hi, Megan.
Hey.
How do you get somebody's information off TikTok like that? Because doesn't everything go through PayPal when you get your payouts from TikTok?
I have no idea.
Aaron, I'm gonna drop you down for a little bit and see what Megan's got to say. Okay.
I'll mute and be quiet.
Okay. What's up, Megan?
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm really happy to see you this morning.
Yeah, I just wanted to share my story. I know you probably didn't hear it all, but I came clean about everything. Like the things that lady was telling you guys, it's not even halfway the truth, dude.
Well, I look, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, and I spoke to you on the back end about that. Yeah. But my question is like, why would you say that to me last night?
I think I was just really going through it. I actually called some people and I said, I fucked up and I shouldn't have said that. And I was also, it's
girl.
Yeah, I called.
Girl, Blue did it to me too. I was freaking out, about to call the police to the airport.
Yeah, no, I am sorry for that. Like this is very traumatizing, and now it's being brought onto the internet, and I just I mentally was like, I don't know who to trust and like what to. So I just took my anger out on you, and I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna let you know, Blue. I'm going through my archives.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started last night.
What do you mean?
my videos I have on you.
For what?
What do you mean for what? Because I don't appreciate your friendship with me. That's why. You want to treat me some type of way, but then you want to call me every single day for a week and cry victim to me as mommy. And then you want to tell me that last night?
So you're sitting here saying that you're going to do what?
I'm just going through my archives and my videos on you. That's all. That's all I'm letting you know.
Katie. Girl. You know exactly everything I've told you, and I just apologized to you because it was wrong, and you're sitting here saying that, girl.
Yeah, Blue. I mean, here's what it is, hun. You have apologized and apologized and apologized and apologized over and over and over and over and over, but you still continue this.
Eat my ass.
Oh.
Eat my ass, bitch. Eat my ass. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Little TikTok fucking drama. You're going to try to sabotage what's really going on in my real life and the trauma that I went through, right? You want to sit here and say that I trolled you and that's such a crime to troll you. And you actively knew. And then you were trolling me back. Babe, eat my ass. Okay? Okay. Thank you. And she did some streaming. She did some shit streaming you last night. I don't even care. Yeah, I shared my story, and if you don't want to believe it, and you want to sit here and cry victim when Mallory did this shit to you, and then now you're going to engage in the same patterns, you're no better. You're never going to be any better. When I actively try to call you, she says that I call her and harass her. No, that's not what I do. I call her and I say, you need to apologize for the things you do. And then her husband starts screaming at me. So I actually was trying to help her. Thank you. Oh. Eat my ass, Megan.
Well, Megan, you don't have to eat mine.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end this. I gotta make a few phone calls. I shared what I had to share.
All right. Well, you know I'm here for you.
All right.
You keep that head held high. You know your truth. And if you need me, I'm here.
All right. Bye.